Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name's Becky. I make videos about cruelty free and vegan stuff, so if that's your cup of tea then maybe stick around, subscribe, like, comment, all that jazz. I'm going to be talking about a lot of goodies in this video. Like, this is probably my favourites video so far, definitely of the year. I wholeheartedly recommend the majority, if not all, of this stuff. I've got beauty to talk about, skincare, hair care, nail stuff and thrifted goodies as well. So I did film an August favourites video, but I left it way too late to upload it, and then by now we're nearing the end of September, so I thought I might as well just do a mega favourites video, compile everything together. And I think I did a mega favourites, like a 2-month favourite last year as well, so maybe this will be an annual thing. We will find out as we proceed, but I'm going to jump straight on into it with beauty because, like I say, I've got a lot of things to talk to you about. I hope you're doing well though. I hope you've had a good August and September. God, it's a lovely autumnal day today. I just love autumn. I know it's a cliche, but I'm an October baby and I feel like this is the time, this is my time of year. I just feel most homely and most me in autumn. Frickin' love it. So that's that. That's my first favourite, autumn. My second favourite is this Fenty Beauty Lip Balm, or Gloss Balm, what's it called? Fenty Glow Gloss Balm in the shade Universal, and it has had so much hype around it. I hadn't tried it before because even though it's one of the only vegan products that the range has, the only place you can sort of see things in store and swatch them is in Harvey Nichols in the UK. I think or maybe there's somewhere else up in Manchester, but near London it's only Harvey Nichols, and I've been once before to see if I could have a look at the range, have a look at the vegan products, and when I went it was so popular. They had that section of the beauty department cordoned off with a bodyguard, like a security guard, filtering people through, and it was such a long queue. It went round the side of the building. Like, I didn't have time for that. But when I was in Poland I saw they had a Sephora, and I swatched, this was the first thing I swatched, and I got it immediately. Like, it is beautiful. It's a sheer nude pink gloss with a shimmer running through it. It's really not plumping but hydrating. I never really realised it before, but a lot of lip glosses seem to make my lips quite dry. I don't know why that happens, but this doesn't do that at all. It lasts a really nice amount of time on the lips. It isn't sticky. It has a nice smell to it, but it's not overpowering. It's like a kind of creamy strawberry scent, and I love this applicator as well. It's got this really thick chunky applicator. I really like those chunky doe foot applicators at the moment. I think they're really quick and convenient. This is what I've got on my lips right now. I'll just put some on to show you. It is glorious. I can't say enough good things about this, and because I got it in Poland I got it for about £2 cheaper because it was for like 69 zloty, which I think is about £14, and it retails for £16 in the UK, so yeah, sneaky little life hack for you there if you're going to Poland anytime soon. I love Rihanna, and I love that this is a universal shade. Like, it's called universal, but a lot of universal shades that brands come out with aren't really universal. You know what I mean? I've seen it on loads of different skin tones and I feel like it flatters everyone. The next beauty product, which I also think will be a long-term favourite, is this concealer by Too Faced. Now, I've heard a lot of people talk about this. I think it's definitely worth the hype. I've actually picked up another shade because this one was the one I was originally using. It's the shade Vanilla, and it's a little bit too yellow. It still works for me because I use it underneath my eyes and I only use a tiny amount. Like, a little goes a long way with this. It's so full coverage. But really lightweight. Like, I'll get into more of that later. But yeah, I got the wrong shade initially. I ordered online, and yeah, this is way too yellow. That is something about Too Faced. A lot of their, like, usually when I go for the vanilla, I've got to stop doing this, like Joey and Friends, sorry. Yeah, usually when I go for vanilla shades in brands it's perfect for me, but yeah, this is so orange and yellow. I picked up Swan as well because this is the lightest shade they do, and I will swatch them side by side so you can see. It's really quick and easy to use. It has that massive doe foot applicator like I just mentioned that I'm obsessed with at the moment. I think it's really convenient. I think it's really lightweight on the skin, doesn't look cakey, doesn't crease on me. I use it under my eyes and to spot conceal. I wouldn't use this, I'd only use it as concealer. It says you can use it as contour and highlight as well. I think as an all over base product because I have used it as foundation before. I've got it on my face today, by the way, both of these shades. But yeah, I've used it as foundation and it's too much for me personally. It looks a little bit caked on, but that's because you wouldn't use a concealer all over your face, would you? Did it again. What is with the little bunny quotation marks? Like, why do I keep doing that? Anyway, I wouldn't use a concealer all over my face anyway, so that's understandable. I just think this is a gorgeous product. If you like full coverage concealers, highly recommend this one. I think, like I say, a little goes a long way, so I think these will last a long time. Too Faced are owned by Estee Lauder, who are a non-cruelty free company, so they have a parent company, so that's something to bear in mind. If you don't shop with companies that have parent companies, avoid this product. But if you do shop with Too Faced and you like full coverage concealers, I think you would love this. I'm going to move swiftly on. I could talk about those concealers for ages, but all this stuff is such favourite stuff. I feel like I could fill up a video like 50 minutes long, but I'm going to move swiftly on to this powder that I wanted to mention. I've been using this for the past 2 months. It's by Avril and it is their La Poudre powder. It's a French brand. This brand is, it's not entirely natural, I don't think. I think it's like an in-between drugstore and completely organic and natural brands, which are usually quite expensive. This one is more of an affordable price point, so this retails for €8. I've also got an eyeshadow palette here that I wanted to mention that retails for €19. So it's not overly expensive, but it's definitely it's higher end drugstore. Kind of reminds me of Benecos, La Vera, those kind of Whole Foods beauty brands, you know. But yeah, I wanted to mention this pressed powder in the shade Porcelain, and as you can see, I've been loving this. It is a gorgeous smooth powder. It seems to blur my skin. It doesn't claim to be blurring or airbrushing at all, but on my skin it sits so beautifully. It's the perfect tone for me because it's like a really nice neutral kind of porcelain, because a lot of porcelain, stop doing that, stop with the button. But what I'm trying to say is like quotation mark porcelain shades from brands have a very pink or cool undertone, whereas this I feel like is just a neutral. It doesn't have too much pigment to it, but it does add a little bit of coverage. I think if you've got oily skin, wouldn't recommend. I think this would make you too shiny too quickly. If you've got normal to dry skin, highly recommend this. I love it. Like, I honestly adore it. I hope I can get my hands on it again, because they sent me this to test out for a video, which I will, if it's not up yet, it will be up soon, so check that out. But yeah, I didn't buy this myself, which is kind of annoying because I don't know where you can get Avril in the UK, and I think you probably have to order it from overseas, but needs must because I friggin' love it. And I also love this eyeshadow palette. This is their Nude eyeshadow palette. You don't often see from green green beauty brands, clean beauty brands, you don't often see a palette laid out like this, traditional kind of layout. You get 4 matte shades, 2 kind of shimmery shades. They have a little bit of kickback to them. I personally have said this before, I like powders with kickback. I think that that means they blend a lot more easily. I think they're really pigmented for a green beauty brand. I'll do close-up swatches. What a weird way to show you the shades. I feel like they've got good pigment to them. I think they apply best with a brush as opposed to a finger, so I think the swatches may look a little bit powdery, but with a brush they actually apply really nicely. Go-to makeup look of the moment has been this cream all over the lid, this white underneath the brow bone, this in the crease, and then this on my top lash line, like really close to the lash line. I love this palette. I can't say enough good things about it. There's nothing I don't like about it. If you do a smoky look, because you can do more of a daytime toned down look with this, and you can do more of a smoky look, if you do more of a smoky look and use the darker matte shade, you can get a bit of fall down, so maybe do your eyes before you do the rest of your face, or that's what I would do anyway. But yeah, highly recommend this. I think it's really good. So that's that one. And then I just wanted to give a quick mention to a mascara. This is the last beauty product I wanted to mention. This is by the brand Boutqiue, who are Sainsbury's own brand beauty range, and I was really kindly invited along to see the relaunch of the range, because they did have it before but it wasn't all that great, and then they reformulated everything. They released over 100 products and they're all cruelty free, and loads of them are vegan. I think only 2 aren't vegan, and from memory I think it's their eyeshadow crayon and their eyelid primer, and this gives a really beautiful fluttery lash. All of this stuff I've got on my face, by the way. Like, I'm wearing this mascara, I'm also wearing that powder, that eyeshadow palette, the Fenty Beauty lip product, the concealer. I've got it on my face, so if you want to see what it looks like, you can do, because it's right in front of you. But this gives a really beautiful fluttery lash. It's their volumizing and defining mascara. Like I say, I went along to the relaunch of the range and I've tried a few things, but this is definitely what stuck out for me personally. I think it's gorgeous, and it's only about £3.50. And also with cheaper mascaras, I sometimes find they irritate my eyes. Like the Essence ones I like, they're much more clumpy and chunky. I like them, but they seem to irritate my eyes. This doesn't irritate my eyes at all, and I love the effect. I love more of a natural makeup look. As you can see, I'm a bit more into the toned down, no makeup looks. Stop doing that. Sorry, I'm annoying myself, I just can't stop. That is everything for beauty. I'm going to move swiftly on to skincare. So this combination has saved my skin of late. As I say, I went to Poland recently, and I don't like flying because it really dries my skin out, and also it really messes up my circulation, but another story for another day. As soon as I got back from Poland, I started using these two, and I don't know which one of these is the most effective. I believe that it's the combination of the two. They complement each other so well. This is a serum. This is the Tropical Night Serum by Lani, and I've tried a few of their products, but this is definitely the standout. It is gorgeous. It's a blend of a few different natural oils, and it's, yeah, all natural, vegan. It comes in a glass bottle with this little pipette. Smells gorgeous. I put a few drops of this all over my face, and then I go in with this balm. So this is by Tropic, and it's their Tamanu healing balm. It's this beautiful green shade, and it's like a multi-purpose balm that you can use all over on dry skin. It's got so many different uses for this. I just use it on my face, like all over my face, over my lips. I smother myself in it, and it's done my dehydrated skin so well. These two, I feel like this going on first gives the balm a bit of slip to kind of work into, because putting this straight onto the skin seems to tug it just ever so slightly, because it is a lip balm consistency. Like, it's not sticky, but it's got that kind of thicker balm feeling. So putting a serum on first seems to really help, and these have made my skin look so much more awake, so much more glowy. I don't talk about skincare all that often because a lot of the time I don't notice a physical difference. I just kind of use the cleanser because it makes my skin feel clean, or use a mask because it makes it feel more hydrated, whereas these aesthetically have made my skin look really, really good. Like, I feel like my skin looks the best it has ever, and they've healed my acne scars quite well. I've noticed the visible difference with these two, and I can't recommend them highly enough. As soon as they run out, I'll be ordering 2 more because I love them. I love them, I love them, I love them. And they're both in glass. Recyclable, reusable, all good stuff. 2 things that are not in glass, unfortunately. These are hair products. So I particularly wanted to mention this one, but then I've been using it in combination with this shampoo. So I'll start with the hair mask. This is the Body Shop Banana Truly Nourishing Hair Mask. I showed this in a haul video that I posted a while ago, and I've been using it pretty much ever since, although ironically not with this head of hair. Like, the last products I used on my hair were the Ineco products. Nope, they're not called Ineco, they're called Inecto. Yeah, I used this shampoo and conditioner, the Shea Butter Mighty Tamer, and I like these, but they did kind of irritate my scalp a bit, so I think I'm going to go back to these 2 because they're really nice, and this is nice and natural. The Body Shop one is vegan and cruelty free, obviously, and it's supposed to be really good for normal to dry hair. I love this. Like, it makes my hair look so genuinely healthy, and my hair is not, I mean, it's not unhealthy, but it is damaged. A little bit of backstory: when I was in year 9, good times, good times, I decided that I wanted to go blonde, and yeah, me, the dark hair, fair skin Italian gal, I wanted to go blonde, and I didn't want to get it professionally done. I didn't even want to bleach my hair before I did it. No, I just wanted to get a box dye off the shelf and dye my hair myself at home, and that's what I did. All of my friends told me not to do it, my family told me not to do it, so what did I do? I did it, and it went a bright orange shade. I'm not talking a nice redhead ginger shade, it went bright brassy orange, and it took I did so many things to try and get it back to the natural shade. Like, I dyed it brown, it faded back to orange, dyed it brown again, faded back to orange, dyed it black thinking, oh, it will fade back to brown, stayed black. That was a real look. I used a colour stripper to try and get it to kind of get the colour off of it. Then it went a kind of blondie grey shade. It's gone through a lot. It's gone through a lot. So yeah, I'm always after things that are going to be nourishing, and the last hair mask I used was by a brand called Maria Neela. Didn't like that because that was full of silicones, whereas this is silicone free. Really, I think truly nourishing is the best way to describe it. And I've been using this hair mask in combination with this shampoo. It is the Clarifying Hair Wash by Tropic, and this isn't particularly a favourite, I just wanted to mention it because I've been using it in combination with this. It's all natural, it's vegan, it is kind of like a cleansing shampoo. The other cleansing shampoo I really like is the one by Avril Organics. That one smells really zesty and lemony. This one smells like, it kind of smells like Baby Sick, I'm going to be real with you. It's got a bit of citrus to it, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely got like a base of vomit. A twist on a classic, some would say. For nails, really quickly, I wanted to mention that I've actually been enjoying having short nails and not having colour on them. I don't know why, but I just think it looks very simple, it's really easy to wear, it's very easy to maintain, and I've been wearing cream nail varnish a lot. Like, I haven't got anything on my nails at the moment, and I quite like that, letting them breathe for a bit. But I've been using this one by, what's the brand called? Nailmatic. I featured this in my gift guide because these come in really nice little trios. Not gonna lie, I'm not raving about the formula. I'm not saying rush out and go get this particular one. I think the brand is cool because they are cruelty free and they've got vegan options, but they started off doing nail varnish vending machines, which I think is pretty cool. This one's quite sheer, but I like that. I like a nice sheer nail, but yeah, not specifically saying this formula is amazing, I just really love the colour. And then I like this ZAO top coat that I got in a subscription box. It's a nice glittery kind of subtle top coat that I've been wearing quite frequently. And I've also been liking this M Plumpy Top Coat, which is just another clear top coat, but it gives the nail a bit of plumpiness, kind of like a gel nail, you know, that thickness to the nail. That's what this gives. So again, not crazy about the formula, it's not like they're revolutionary. I've just been liking having short clear nails, so that's that one. I'm thinking, because this video is so long, I'm going to do a separate thrifted favourites, currently loving thrifted bits video, so I'll link that if you're interested in seeing that. I will film it straight away and then just edit it separately. But I did want to mention a podcast. I am semi-new to podcasts, like I don't listen to them all the time, but there's one that I really like, and I actually started listening to it in July because me and my friend went to the beach one day. We drove down to the beach, and then on the way back we were so tired. You know when you've been at the beach or the seaside and the sea air just makes you so tired, and I think we thought if we put on music in the drive back we would probably fall asleep, which is really dangerous. Like, always pull up to the side or like on a service station, have a nap. Do as I say, not as I do. But anyway, we powered through to get home, and we thought we'd put on a podcast to kind of keep our minds busy and awake. So we put on this one that she recommended, and it's called BBC4 Soul Music. Each episode is a different song, and they take the song and they talk about different people's relationship with that song and the kind of emotional attachment to the song. So it varies from episode to episode, but they're all pretty famous songs, songs that you would have heard of before, and it's just told in a really nice way. You know that kind of feeling when you hear a song and it takes you back to a particular time or place, or reminds you of a certain holiday or a certain person. It's that kind of idea. I've just really been enjoying it. It's quite an easy listen. They are quite emotional. Like, it describes the sort of bio for it is a series about pieces of music with a powerful emotional impact, and the way they're told in each podcast, it is quite emotional. Every single time I get halfway through and I think, oh, I'm not going to cry at this one, then it gets towards the end and I just start welling up. You'll definitely recognise some of the songs on there, like Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen, then Jeff Buckley, then Alexandra Burke. The one that I really enjoyed in particular that we listened to in the car was the one on God Only Knows by the Beach Boys. It's a really interesting song because it's got that kind of upbeat 60s melody, but if you actually listen to the lyrics, it's really sad. It's talking about loss as much as it is love, and it's a happy song, but it's also a sad song because, you know, God only knows what I'd be without you. Like, it's just such a pure sentiment, and I love that song. Actually, I think I wrote down an extract of it. Yes, I did. So this is something that one of the people who was talking about their connection with that song said. She said, "Grief for me sometimes feels as though you're going to drown in it. It's like going underwater. You can just feel yourself sinking, and you can't always sink with the grief. You have to sometimes let yourself feel it," and I think that's something that's really important. To feel both the loss and the sadness, and also to feel and remember the love and enjoyment, and I choose to do both. And that was after she lost someone really close to her. So yeah, it's a really well done podcast. I think that one in particular, that episode in particular, was hit home for me because that was my nan's wedding song. So yeah, I recommend it. I think it's a good podcast. So that is pretty much it from me. What a mammoth favourites that was. I really hope you stayed with me till the end. If you did, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to see the thrifted bits I've been loving, thrifted and sustainable fashion bits I've been loving this month, these past 2 months, then I will link that video, so definitely check it out if you want to see even more from me. Maybe subscribe if you enjoyed, and hopefully I shall catch you in my next one. Bye guys!